Well, the crackdown against the move has opened a political slugfest, with the opposition claiming there is a bias. In the latest, the AIMIM chief, Asaduddin Owaisi, called the drive against one particular community, adding that the government's motive is malicious. He said that the exercise reflects a failure of governance by the BJP dispensation, asking who will look after those poor women who have been left in the lurch after the state government's crackdown. Meanwhile, the Assam Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma, in a strong retort, said that the move was not against any particular community, but rather against the menace of child marriage. He, in fact, questioned the violence and added that in certain pockets, jihadi elements are active, and if asked, he can give the data to the AIMIM chief to prove that there is no bias.
Entire nation is talking about the bringing down the child marriage in Assam. How do you see this? Because around 2,000 people have been arrested in this case. More than 4,000 FIRs have been filed, and 9,000 accused are said to be involved in this particular child marriage. How do you see this, sir?
NFSS 5, published by Government of India, has painted a very grimy picture about Assam. That 33% marriages are happening particularly in Lower Assam district, where the age of girls are below 18 years. So we were alarmed, and we started silently surveying the quantum of such activity that is happening in Assam. Then we have found many cases. Out of that, perhaps we have identified more than 1 lakh such marriages, but out of that, for a demonstrative action, we have identified 4,000 cases in first pages. We have picked up around 2,500 accused. Total name accused is almost 8,000. Some accused are basically not in their home, but police action is going on. And this will be a continuous crackdown.
You are saying that it will be a continuous crackdown. How far you are taking forward this plan, and what are the future plans in the pipeline, particularly concerning with this crackdown on the child marriages?
First of all, it is our first priority is to show certain demonstrative action. Through this first round of arrest, we try to basically project it or try to tell people that this is an illegal act. You cannot marry a child until and unless he attained the age of 18. Right. So that demonstrative action was required. Now we have appointed every village a child marriage prohibition officer. Now it will be incumbent upon him to inform police as and when there is a report of such marriage, and we'll try to act preemptive. And if somewhere preemptive action is not possible, we'll take action immediately after the marriage. We have also streamlined the system of registration of marriage outside government, mainly some Qazis, there is an institution of Qazi who used to register marriage. So we are streamlining that institution so that Qazis do not actually register a marriage when he see that brides are actually below 18 years of age.
All right. Sir, my next question is, the data which we are seeing, or the person or the people who are being accused, it's between 2020 to 2022. What about the people or the accused who are in this particular case of child marriage before 2020? If we see the data, it counts up to 1 lakh. So now what will happen of those people?
We have identified 1 lakh such marriages, but there will be many more.
Right. Before 2020,
if you see that, if you take a 10 years or you take a 5 years, so you will get in Assam, Middle Assam, Lower Assam, some pocket in Upper Assam. So I think the menace of child marriage is huge. 1 lakh cases may also be a little bit of conservative figure. But having said so, we have selected certain cases for demonstrative action, because you cannot arrest everybody and brought to the police station. And there may be certain reason also, like ailing parents, or maybe the husband may not be in the good health condition, or the marriages happen and it is now so old that basically will not yield any positive result out of arrest. But we are continuously updating our register, and we are going to issue notices to everybody. A certain percentage will be arrested. Some people will be served notices. They have to show cause. Then accordingly we will file search sheet in the court of law. So this action will continue. This will be a continuous action.
Hemanta ji, here if we see in this particular case, opposition, particularly AIMIM's Owaisi ji, is saying that particular community is being targeted in this case. Why only one community is being targeted? He is saying that Muslims are held in this case. So why the crackdown in this child marriage case is particularly on Muslims is what opposition is saying. How do you respond to it?
Actually, my data reveal that Muslims are 58%, 42% are Hindu. So this is a secular action, and Owaisi is not actually accustomed with the activity that government of Assam is doing. We are not against Muslim, we are not against Hindu, we are against the child marriage. Only problem that whenever we picked up a Hindu girl or Hindu boy or a person from Hindu community, he immediately submitted himself under law of the land. He said that, okay, we have done a job which is not according to law. So if police is picking up, it is fine. They are not creating any halla gulla in front of police station.
Any community?
Most of the non-Muslim community, they are not creating ruckus before the police station, because on mind, they know that we have committed a guilt.
Right.
Even out of Muslim community, there are many who has quietly submitted before the law of land, rather appeal to me that we have done wrong, please excuse us. But certain section, particularly in Lower Assam, a minuscular person belonging to Muslim community, they have created a ruckus in front of police station.
Right.
So that visual went out nationally, giving an impression that it is only targeted against the Muslim. So it is it is a secular action. Many Hindu, most of the Hindu and many Muslim quietly submitted themselves before the law of the land. They plead guilty. But certain fundamentalists, we have certain area where jihadi is very active, but doubtful activities are going on. In those pockets, certain people came before Thana, creating ruckus, trying to snatch out the Qazis from the police station. Then, obviously, when you see a visual, it gives the impression that it is against the Muslim community.
Right.
But if Owaisi write to me, I will give him a data that it is a secular action. We have picked up Pujari, we have picked up Qazi. Our action is against child marriage, not against any community.